What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? That's one of my favorite songs, man. It makes me feel fan-fucking-tastic when I listen to that song, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you tune in, I really, really, truly, really, really appreciate it, you guys. I'm not a big YouTuber at all. Really, really fucking small. And so, that comes with its perks as well, though. You know, I can pretty much say whatever the fuck I want to, and, you know, nobody's really gonna really hear too much. And so, I like that. That gives me the ability to keep a bit of integrity and grittiness that a lot of big YouTubers just can't risk saying and doing. And I don't give a fuck about all that shit, man. Even if I were to be extremely big, I still would really keep shit on with I would keep things understandably without a filter. And so I really am happy to get into this subject, you guys. As you guys know, we've had a crazy ass week, you know, especially with the Asian doll situation going on the Fresh and Fit. We've got Mikhaila Peterson, Rollo Tomasi podcast interview. Oh my God, that shit was absolutely fantastic, you guys. And one of the reasons why, like, if you don't know me, obviously you don't know me. A lot of people don't know me. I'm somebody that when I was younger, I didn't have a lot of shit coming to me. I was very overweight. I was bow-legged, still am pretty much bow-legged, pigeon-toed. Got made fun of a lot, you guys. And then I went through the hero's journey, man. I done overcame all of my obstacles. Fucking football, I did so much shit, you guys. And I've always been the odd one. Not the odd one, but like people just didn't expect much, but they could see the potential I had in me. And so no matter how many times people try to put me down with certain shit, you know, I always came out on top. And not only did I come out on top, I flew way past so many of my peers and so many people. And that's why I feel, and I have a place to say some of these things, you guys, because, you know, I'm not no fucking, I don't know what you guys think I am. I don't know what the fuck people think I am. I really don't. Like, the comments that people be putting in the YouTube videos and shit like that, it's just so funny and so interesting. And you know what? We don't let that shit bother us. And so, the question that oh god, now we got the fucking trolls coming in the chat already. Fucking goddamn it. Anyways, if people put links in the videos, you guys just don't click them. Obviously, you should know that by now. Don't click that shit. But anyways, it's just this RP space that we have created, you guys, on the YouTube space is gonna get bigger. We need more people to do it because the way that's like mainstream media, the way that even your peers, men, especially a lot of other men that haven't been exposed to this, that haven't been exposed to the information out here. I don't hate women. I don't hate women. I'm not a loser. I don't have trouble with women. If anything, the trouble I have is getting the things that I want and getting the things that, like, you know, that just makes my life easier, makes my life much better. And then as someone in my trajectory, my projection, you know, the money that I'm making, the education that I'm about to get, with all these things, they're going to be big decisions that a lot of my generation just don't have other people to give them advice for it. Even if you're older too, you know, 35, 45, whatever. There are a lot of different things, a lot of different perspectives that, you know, just listening to other people are able to piece this puzzle together. Now more than ever are we in a society where character is just completely gone. There's no character. Everyone's doing it for the gimmicks. Everyone's doing it for the views. Everyone's doing it because they want to get clout. Everyone wants to be politically correct and shit like that. The truth becomes absurd when the society becomes absurd. The truth becomes so offensive when a society and a culture has been steeped in so many lies, with everything being dismissive, everything being the Casey Anthony thing, right? Rollo Tomasi presented the Casey Anthony, he compared Casey Anthony's situation with someone like Mikhaila Peterson's situation. Casey Anthony, young lady, white woman, had a baby was like 2 years old or some shit. Fucking Casey Anthony drowned the fucking baby in the bathtub, and that same night went to go party in club. Jury threw the case out the fucking window. She got no jail time, and now she's married. She's fucking married again, you guys. And it's like, to what fucking extreme? Now that happened back in like 2007, 2008, and now it's like 14 years later. You know, it's like women can literally get away with murder. Women can literally get away with murder. And this is the case that we're trying to bring out. But the fangirls from Mikhaila Peterson can't focus on that fact. Women get so offended. They conflate their own personal value with sexual market value and with the way that men perceive the world. At the end of the day, as long as men understand that you are going to be looked at as the main sole breadwinner. When it comes to marriage, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to anything in general, you are looked at as the experienced provider. You are looked at as the man that's supposed to step up to the plate and pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? And so here's the deal. I'm not here to complain about that shit. What I'm here to complain about, what I am here to talk about per se, is what you're getting with that deal. If you're going to meet the plate, and this is what I completely agree. I completely agree that as a man, you should be able to do that. You should be able to do it. If the woman wants that, at least you're able to provide it, right? Now, where I advocate is putting parameters and putting a price on yourself, gentlemen. It's kind of like the aftermarket for the resale of cars, especially prior to the 2020 generation with COVID. These cars have started to hike up so much, especially Toyotas. Toyotas used to be really, really cheap, really, really cheap, and now they're getting sold at a premium. You know why? Because they're so fucking reliable. They're so fucking reliable. They're not gonna break down. They're hardly ever gonna break down. If you take care of it, replace the oil every 5,000 miles, keep the engine good. Obviously, don't hit no fucking potholes. Don't go racing around, pedal to the floor all the time and shit like that. You gonna run your Toyota, your Honda 300, 400,000. You know what I'm saying? That shit's gonna last for a lifetime. I only have to change, like, fill up my gas every 2 weeks because I only go to the gym, go to some restaurants every now and then to the weekend, go out, hang out and shit like that. I only have to fill my gas tank every 2 weeks. And so it's like my car's gonna last me a long time. Now, how this relates to men, especially if you're meeting the standard, if you have the money, you have the looks, you're putting yourself in the gym, you are actually taking so much time out of your fucking day to make yourself someone of value. You have got to put parameters and higher your purchase price. And this is the issue that a lot of women have with this space. Women, in particular, want to go into the comment section of some of these men that just fucking hate, spew bullshit. And here's the deal. They have a right to do that. They have a right to do it. And it's because so many men have been frustrated. So many men are frustrated. But as a woman, if that's what you focus on instead of the actual benefits of the red pill space, it's disappointing. If you have potential, if you have a tremendous amount of potential as a wonderful woman, and you still are hesitant to listen to the information, to take the information from the RP space that we spread out there, it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing because there's so much great information from man and woman to take from this. It is up to you as the individual to actually extract and start choosing the right people to follow and start listening to. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why you should even follow some people is because some people have done the work, man. Some people have actually sat down, read 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. Some people have actually spent hours and hours and hours and hours and days and years talking to different types of women, like experimenting with different type of techniques. People are just hardwired different. You know what I'm saying? Some people are really good at teaching. Some people are good at articulating. Some people just are not good at teaching. And so I say all that to say, you guys, it's like I've been having some conversations with some women about the RP space. They're still really, and I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. And here's the deal, man. I love black women. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. So many times. I love black women. African American on occasions, because a lot of African American, I hate to say that shit, man. I ain't even gonna really get into it for real, but African American women have the toughest time accepting this space and talking and actually listening to the usable information. They only focus on the negative shit that a lot of men say. And I will say this, what is it, 12, 13, 14% after black people are 13, 14, 15% of the American population. So what that means is that there are going to be a much higher degree of white women and other women that are a lot more feminine, submissive, and accepting of this message, because there's just a lot more of them than there are of black people in America, point blank period. So with that being said, though, I still believe that African women should actually use that as more of a motivation. You're less of the population. A lot of the men a lot of black men don't feel like we're getting taken care of. We don't feel safe in a lot of black women's arms, and it's coming out. It's coming out so much. Now, the way that a lot of these men are saying it, fresh and fit, Myron and fucking fresh clown ass, they present it out and I'm not a night rider. We don't dabble in the brown. You understand what I'm saying? We don't do that. We don't do that, man. I don't fuck with the brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, now there were some comments on the comment section. You know what? Let me see if I can actually get into it, man. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna pull it up. Matter of fact, because one of the things that one of the comments somebody left, one of my subscribers, I appreciated you guys, is he said that this is from 40, 50 years worth of men just staying completely silent, and of women just talking a lot of shit. And you know, they said, I mean, I understand what Fresh and Fit is trying to say. It comes off a little rude, very rude, but you know, this was coming. It's bound to come. There's gonna be a lot more men that are preaching the Cynthia G, the opposite of Cynthia G type of image, and they're not ready for that. A lot of men aren't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And so here it is. Here it is.
Black David.
Pull it up. Here it is, you guys. Let's look this. Let's look this up real quick. Let's look at this real quick, man.
App called Black. Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
And so I was actually very critical of this. I was very, very critical of this. I was very, very critical of this type of this commentary, you guys, because it don't come off good. It doesn't come off good, you guys. I don't like the way that it sounds. But a good brother here, what do you say, man? Here it is. Let me pull it up real quick, you guys. This is what he said right here. This is the blowback from 40 years of black men being denigrated on TV and movies, bro. Now that there is a platform where men can speak as much as women, you're going to see a rise in this kind of communication from some black male content creators. I don't agree with them doing that. Raccoon dance either, but I believe that male versions of Cynthia G are on the way. What a well-educated, that was a very, I love that comment. It's such a great comment. X-Blaze, you're amazing, man. I would love to send you a gift or something like that. Reach out to me, send another comment or whatever. I really love that, man. Amazon Prime you something, bro. That was fantastic, man. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And so it's true. It's really true, you guys. A lot of men are gonna come out here like that. And here's the deal. Our women, black women, don't want to hear us. They just don't want to hear us a lot of times. Now, and I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, you guys. Oh man, that's just you. That's just you. You having that problem. I ain't having that problem. I got loads of women on my ass, man. They want to suck my dick tonight. I'm finna go get some pussy tonight. I mean, that's cool. I'm not like this. Ain't nobody been there, done that, right? Come on. There's a certain point in life where it's like I'm at a point where sex is more of like a maintenance thing for me now. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's so much more in this world to build, to get, to learn, and niggas be horny. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if this is becoming an issue where as a woman, you don't want to understand me, you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, I understand why some men go out. I understand why they go out. You know, as a black woman, you assume, you think, and hell, your options may be abundant. But this shit is starting to catch up, man. This information is starting to catch up. And so, like, we're going to jump back to the Asian doll situation, but I want to jump over to Mikhaila Peterson. You guys. Mikhaila Peterson, if you don't know who she is, I'm very much into the intelligent, intellectual community, things like that, you guys. I just love cerebral things. I may not speak as articulate as some of those other people, but I understand it, man. I understand it and I love it. I think The Rational Male by Rollo Tomasi was absolutely fantastic. 12 Rules for Life. I'm gonna finish that book this year. It is very, very fucking wordy, like almost unnecessarily wordy. Like if you've read any of Robert Greene's books, Robert Greene goes into great detail. His vocabulary is fucking fantastic. But Jordan Peterson, the way that he just words it, he don't need to do all that. But I admire it. I respect it. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about that. So he has a daughter, right? Now, Jordan Peterson, he doesn't like the red pill space. He thinks that everyone, you guys seen him on the Roommates podcast. He thinks that the red pill space, men talking about this shit, or just need to do better. They're just rejected by women all over the place, and they just don't get women. They need to do better. And here's the deal, man. What about the men that actually don't have problems getting women? What about the men that actually, don't have problems with women, aren't incels, got a pretty decent high body count if you guys want to go there, right? Why are they still being attracted to this red pill space? Because it's the cool thing to hate on women? That's what women want to believe. And that's what a lot of men want to believe too. Nobody's taking the time to really understand this shit. The reason why this red pill space is starting to really come up is because people are understanding that this isn't natural, man. This is the first time ever that dating has become an online thing. It is easier to find sex online than it is to get a woman out in person. Easy, man or woman. It is so much easier to get sex, to date online, get some Instagram shit, bam. Now for me, I personally prefer in-person interaction, in-person approaching, in-person meeting with somebody. It just feels more natural to me instead of just meeting up with someone artificially online. That could be fun. It could be fun. It could be a good look. It could be a good little time, but it's just like I just don't feel the sincerity and genuinity when it's online as opposed to like meeting someone in person. And so I say all that to say Mikhaila Peterson is the daughter of Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, super intellectual, traditional conservative kind of guy. He's in his 60s now. He blew up in popularity for his fantastic lectures, biblical series. He's just an amazing speaker. He's not who he used to be anymore. He almost died several times. And so he's just not the same anymore. And so as unfortunate as it is, I would love for him to have more of an open mind and really start talking and taking this place a little bit more seriously. But you know who did take this space a little bit more seriously? His daughter. His own daughter. 29-year-old Mikhaila Peterson. Mikhaila Peterson. And that is the white woman that you see on the thumbnail. She's pretty. Very pretty. And she's extremely intelligent. Extremely intelligent. She is taking the torch that Jordan Peterson had passed on to her. Jordan Peterson can't really do much of what he used to do. He still does it to the best of his ability. But Mikhaila Peterson is the new bright and shining the commander, captain of the Peterson family household brand and things like that. And so Mikhaila Peterson decided to have a podcast and interview Rollo Tomasi because Rollo Tomasi did a comparison of Casey Anthony, amongst other things, and showed that Mikhaila Peterson is a perfect prime example of a celebrity daughter of someone just like Jordan Peterson who preaches this conservative, oh, men need to do better. Men need to do this. Oh my God, women, two-parent households are so much better than I can't believe a woman would, and it's like he shits so much on the red pill space and what people talk about over here, and his own daughter followed suit like a fucking schedule, like a employer schedule. She followed it to the T, damn near, of what we talk about in this space. And it kind of goes to show that no matter, it really, your daughter for the most part is your children for the most part are going to get raised by the culture. They're going to get raised by the culture. They're going to get raised by this sexual liberating, sexual free, undisciplined culture that's going to continue to become more rampant as the years come, you guys. And it's understandable why people aren't having kids for real. But Mikhaila Peterson, single mother, divorced her husband because she started to get much higher in popularity and in Instagram fame and celebrity status. She started making more money. She recognized that the husband that she had at the time, the ex-husband, she could do much better. So she divorced him. And then Jordan Peterson her father got really sick, and the ex-husband actually was the only man that could help fucking save Mr. Peterson, because he got her and her family into Russia so that Jordan Peterson can get the medication and the help that he needed, and she still left him. And what Rollo Tomasi was trying to portray and trying to say is that, men, you can choose a better life. Yes, that may have been the honorable thing to do. Yes, they may have been nice. Yes, we're not saying that. We're not saying that Mikhaila's even a bad person. What we're saying is that, men, you can choose to live in 2022. You have the opportunity to literally live the life that you want. Better than ever, you guys. Hugh Hefner, you can do it. Dan Bilzerian, you can do it. If you just want to actually have a good family, you can fucking do it. If you want to have a healthy life, you know how they say, you get married, you ain't having sex for real. Well, with this information, with this type of examples that we're giving, the metaphors and stuff like that, you have the tools to do it. At least you have the education. At least you have the education to do it. That's going to help start these conversations. Now, all we need are women willing and open to receive this information. And now this is where I kind of pivot back to the black and the white thing. I didn't really understand. I started to understand a little bit why. I went to school in the suburbs in Missouri, you guys. Kansas City, country motherfucker. I understood. I had a thing for white girls. And the reason why was because a lot of white girls just didn't have the attitude, didn't have the problems of so many black women at the time. And this was way before any of this red pill shit came about at all. I already knew that. But I just felt like a piece of meat compared to the white women. Like, they just wanted to fuck all the time. And at the time, I was a blue pill alpha. I was that nigga in school that was like, I was cool as shit. I was cool than a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna front with y'all, man. I was cool with damn near everybody. Man, if I go to my yearbooks, bro, so many white girls, popular white girls, gave me their fucking phone numbers and their books and shit like that. And I didn't do it, man. I didn't do it because I just was uncomfortable with it. I didn't understand. I wanted something different, man. And so, fast forward now, I do recognize I like black women, preferably, but it's like your intrinsic character now that is really starting to show his head a lot more now that I'm really getting into this space. And it's like, there are men that are talking shit, that will say shit in this RP space. Despite all of that, as a woman, the thing that you can understand, this space will help you get what you actually want. If you are taking the time to actually fucking... Sorry about that. That was my alarm. I'm probably streaming for another 20, 30 minutes. Finna get off real quick. The thing is learn about men. This space is helping you as a woman learn about men. Just open your mind and read one book. Just one. I'm not telling you to read a whole catalog. Goddamn. I've on this red pill shit, you guys, along with 48 Laws of Power, along with Influenced by Robert Cialdini, along with fucking NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, you guys, I've read so many books, finished so many books that it just, and listen to this shit, I know, I have a pretty good understanding of what the fuck I'm saying. As a woman, you're just as bad as the millennials that you talk about. Oh, they have the shortest attention span ever. When you only take bits and pieces of what you see on comments, you get little 2-minute, 3-minute clips. You listen to little tweets. You don't take the time to actually genuinely understand the full scope of what's going on. And here's the deal. This is not an attack. This is not an attack. And if you take this as an attack, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm not gonna like this is the thing. So many men, I feel like when I watch Kevin Samuels, I'm like, this motherfucker got so much fucking patience, because after a couple times of me saying the same thing, I'm just done, man. I just get fucking done with this shit. I'm just like, how many more fucking times I gotta say this shit? And that's why he's where he's at, right? That's where he's at, because he's got the patience, he's got the, and it's like even his delivery is still talked about by women. Like, oh my God, you can deliver this so much better. Here's the deal. Here's the fucking deal. That's all you hear. Women are not used to hearing men talk. Women are not used to hearing men actually grab their fucking ball sack and remember that they are a different gender than the women counterpart. Men are a different fucking gender. We have different wirings and all of that shit, you guys. And so we talk different. Anyways, let's get into this video, man, by Mikhaila Peterson. The reason why I bring Mikhaila Peterson up is because she is the daughter of Mr. Jordan Peterson, and she took offense like every other woman does whenever she hears any of this RP shit. Now, the difference between Mikhaila Peterson and, let's say, a caller on Kevin Samuels' channel is that, unfortunately, hate to say this shit, but Mikhaila Peterson is so much more, and I'm willing to bet that Mikhaila Peterson is probably twice as intelligent as half the women as 75-80% of the women that call on the Kevin Samuels channel, that come on the Fresh and Fits podcast. Mikhaila Peterson is the daughter of Jordan Peterson. You know she has years of hearing lectures from Jordan Peterson. Not to mention, for years, Mikhaila Peterson has actually been a fan of Rollo Tomasi's The Rational Male. She's read the book, read the entire book. She actually likes the content that the Red Pill Space talks about and what it does for men. She loves what it does for men. And here's the deal. She can say that despite the other men out here that are talking this shit, that are doing this. Yeah, maybe it's a minority of the men that are actually preaching a more positive RP translation of this shit. But either way, even the negative feedback, the negative comments should say something. Look past it and actually try to find gems, gold nuggets in this space. That's all we're asking. And what I'm predicting is that as the years come, as this space continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger, men are going to start choosing women that are willing to accept their nature and that are willing to accept this RP space, at least to just understand about their man. That's all that a lot of men are asking for. We just want you to look at it, have a conversation, and accept it. Accept it. Have an interesting conversation. You can have your opinions. You can challenge. You can combat. You can do this. You can do that. But at the end of the day, you have got to recognize that as a man, he is going to be the leader. And this is basically fucking Animal Planet for humans. That's what the RP space is for. Someone like me, if there's a woman close to me, I would love for her to just sit down, actually take a fucking notebook and just ask me questions. Just pop them off, because I can give you these answers. You know, I can give you the answers. I've done so much of the work, and like what that does is I can still only summarize just a little bit of what this space has to offer. You still have to do the work yourself. Women have the attention span of the average TikToker, Instagram reel, YouTube short, you guys. This is what it is. And you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna get left behind. You gotta follow the right people first off. Second off, you need to have the attention span and the ambition, the motivation to actually discipline yourself, persevere through 30-minute, 40-minute, 50-minute long videos sometimes. If you don't want to read, because reading takes a lot longer than listening to what someone else got to say, then anyways, man. So here's Miss Mikhaila Peterson confronting Rollo Tomasi about what he said about her, and this is what she had to say. This is what she had to say, you guys. This is what she had to say. Hold on. This is what she had to say.
Okay, well, I don't have anything against red-pilled guys. I think that's the only way to go. It also, like, it makes men more attractive if they're aware of what's going on. So I'm all for that. It's the kind of resentment that can come along with it that I think just breeds into the problem.
Well, I think we think of
Along with it sometimes, not for everybody, like you said.
What? That is the thing right there, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. If there was anything that made me go to a different race for any reason, it's because of that right there. It is because of the willingness and the acceptance of this space, despite the issues that come along with it. I'll rewind that one more time. There are men in the red pills comments and in these videos and shit like that are saying a lot of shit. But then there's also a lot of men that are talking shit to the men that are talking shit. And then there is the woman that can actually realize, can recognize, can get outside of her solipsism, can get outside of her experience and understand what benefit this does for not only men, but what benefit it does for women. Men, you understand women, hypergamy, the nature of sexual dynamics. This will make you a much better partner than a random guy that's just winging it. Women want the guy that's natural. Women want the guy that just, but here's the deal. The natural guy comes with either so much experience that he just comes with, like, here's the deal. As a woman, if you really want that guy, you want that guy that's the natural, you know, he's had so much experience that he's probably going to be jaded to the point where he don't even really want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys that are natural, and I got some hood niggas that have been naturally RP'd, you know, that just obviously don't trust women because they've slept with so many girls that have boyfriends and shit like that, you guys. And obviously that's their choice to do that, but it says something. It really says something, you guys. And, like, despite all of that, someone as intelligent, a lady just as intelligent, single mother at that, you guys, single fucking mother, Mikhaila Peterson. As much as this bullshit is out here, she understands the benefit of what it does to men and women in the dynamics, and she isn't combative. She will challenge once or twice, but this podcast, she asked questions to help herself out. She asked questions to understand more about this space. She asked these questions even though Rollo Tomasi compared her to the baby killer Casey Anthony. She was still open-armed about receiving this information and talking about it. That's what we're asking for from ladies. But I understand it's probably too much to ask for, you guys. So, I understand why men go to the other side. I do understand it. And here's the deal. Ladies, you can focus on it being fucking... oh, you're just talking shit. Oh my God, there's so much men that just talk shit. Well, here's the deal. You can focus on that and then ignore this space. Ignore it. Just ignore it. Don't let it bother you. Don't actually listen to it. And then when you start listening to women that you actually follow, when you start listening to women that you respect that are actually starting to, they're smart, honestly, in my personal opinion. And it's not just because I want more women to do what I say. No, I think it's absolutely smart as fuck for women to start actually taking RP men more seriously. The RP men that are actually fucking gentlemen. The RP men that actually have good intentions. The RP men that are actually fucking doing something in this world. A woman would be so much more smarter by getting with an RP man. She wouldn't waste time. At all. You know why? Because a solid, honest RP man is just going to be upfront and honest with you. It's going to be this or that. Just going to be this or that. And you're either going to accept it or you're not. You know? There are obviously going to be a lot of issues because being with an RP man is so much more different than what your girlfriends are doing. But the thing is that what your girlfriends are doing is they're getting fast food relationships. They're going to put a year. If they last a year, they're going to put a year, maybe 2, maybe 3. And then after that, they're going to be on to the next one. Nobody got time for that shit, especially as a woman. If you understand your value physically, you don't have time to waste. As an RP man, he's going to tell you, okay, look, I will marry you, but I want to have sex with other women. I want you to be there too. and then that may be hard to hear. You may not want to do that because of what your mother, whatever, went through, some shit like that. But this is a new age. This is a new age. And here's the deal. What is your mama doing now? What kind of life is your mama living now? What does she do? What didn't she do? What do you think she could have done to have maintained the family? What do you think that your mother could have done to keep the family together? Now, sometimes it is the father's side. And this is the issue. Blue pill men don't understand. They don't understand the fucking... So here, man, I could harp all day on this. I'll just play this one more time. I just think it's absolutely fantastic for someone like Mikhaila Peterson to take this space so much more seriously, to actually give a positive remarks to what it does to men. It warmed my heart. It warmed my heart. And what this means and what this indicates is that this space is going to start actually penetrating mainstream minds. It may not ever be public, may not be mainstream public, but women secretly behind closed doors that these other women respect, they know what the fuck is up. They know what is up. And Mikhaila Peterson ain't having it with that bullshit. She understands what RP men say about single mothers. But I'll tell you what, a single mother that is actually RP aware and so much more cooperative, that woman is so much more sexier, so much more easier to deal with than a woman with no kids, 23, who don't give a fuck all about this empowerment shit. I would much rather take a single mother like Mikhaila Peterson over a woman with no kids that is combative as fuck, who don't want to accept this shit. I would much rather take a single mother like Mikhaila Peterson. End of the day, man.
Okay, well, I don't have anything against red-pilled guys. I think that's the only way to go. And it also, like, it makes men more attractive if they're aware of what's going on. So
It's the only way to go. She understands that a lot of men, because Jordan Peterson, her father, obviously coached a tremendous amount of men. She has seen so many men come in and come out, and she sees the men that are attracted to Jordan Peterson, and she's also seen the men that are in the rational male space. A lot of the rational male men were following Jordan Peterson for a while until he started saying his shit about gender dynamics. You know?
I'm all for that. It's the kind of resentment that can come along with it that I think just breeds into the problem.
Well, I think we think of...
Man. And then we contrast that with Asian Doll. We contrast that with the Asian Doll situation, you guys. This is another big one. This is another fucking big one, man. And it's sad. It's honestly sad in that so many women are defending Asian dolls. I understand it, but people can't understand the issue with this Fresh and Fit situation. As much as I dislike the character of Myron and Fresh, I just don't see anything really wrong with the situation, you guys. At the end of the day, it's a show. 500,000 subscribers. They're making a lot of money. They made this shit possible for all of these fucking women in this video right here, you guys. They made this shit possible for all these women. You have got to respect the fucking show. This is what brings the bills in. This is what brings the money in. What the fuck? Like, let's imagine any of these women. Let's imagine any of these fucking women. Let's say that they're in a household and their father is making all the money for the most part. He's making the bulk of the money. And let's say he can't sleep because all of these girls want to play their own music as loud as they fucking want. Won't that affect the quality of your life, your birthdays, your Christmas? If he's missing work, he's going to get fired. You're messing with the money. You messing with the fucking money that makes this shit possible. You know? Now, some of these women are very much regulars on the show, especially the dark-skinned lady sitting next to fucking Asian Doll right there. The dark-skinned lady sitting next to Asian Doll, she's a regular. She comes in quite often. And so, you know the house rules. Now, I will say there are definitely some things that Myron and Fresh say that, you know, are pretty harsh. But these women choose to be on it. It's not like they got a gun to their fucking head bringing them on this channel. But women don't want to hold each other accountable to this shit. But men recognize this shit. We understand that there's a difference to this, man. These women willingly choose to be on this show because they want the clout. They want the clout. Or they want to talk about it, or it's just nice to be around something that they ain't used to being around. But women don't never take that into consideration. All they care about is what the men say and how they treat them. You a stripper, woman. You a stripper, young lady. There are stigmas that come with that. And that's what Myron said. Myron said, you're a fucking stripper. You're a stripper. What you gotta, come on. This is true. This is how men, you want to be a stripper from 18 to 26, 27, 28. And now you want to get married later on in life, you're going to have a fucking issue because you want guys to take you seriously. You had a stripper background. No matter what you think, no matter how you want shit to be, men still have to live with the choices that we make. And we're not going to take a woman that was a stripper seriously. You know why? Because you're not going to be honest. I don't know what the fuck you did. You done did some strange for some change. We done been to strip clubs. We know what the fuck go down in strip clubs. And I don't ever expect any woman to be completely 100% honest with me and talking about what she did and what she didn't do in life. I don't give a fuck. Your body count, what you've done sexually matters to me. It matters to me. To a certain degree. To a certain degree, you guys. But let's check this out one last time, you guys.
Okay. Are you even
drunk
on this podcast right now?
No,
it's 1:23 a.m., girl. It's a school night.
Just drunk.
Okay, I said if a guy, every guy is different. I don't know what people's pocket looking like. I don't pocket watch nobody. Yeah. That's who I am. Because I always got what I got, no matter what nobody else got. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't pocket watch nobody. But, yeah, if he's broke, and he ain't trying to help me in my cause, and he knows that I'm, struggling, or even not. If he's not, then no, of course not.
So how are you gonna know if he's broke if you're not pocket watching?
Why would I go with somebody that's not trying to help me with what?
How are you gonna know he's broke if you're not pocket watching?
Well, I don't think it counts in Miami. I'm not, because you will never know what somebody got. It could be even telling you all of that, and it could have $1 million in the bank. You would never know.
I agree, because it's real hard in this city.
Don't ever trust
nobody. I don't want to
nobody.
sound like an asshole, but both of you guys are senseless. Like the illogical
I could be senseless, but I am very.
Look at that. Asian doll actually enjoy this shit, man.
Very optimistic and very like.
What?
You can say whatever you want.
Optimistic?
I'm one of those rare ones that actually believe in love and maybe.
But
I
you're
could
a
be, like,
stripper.
in there for the money, but then of course, like you never know what
You're a
will
stripper.
happen.
Who is stripper? Wait.
Okay.
I work for a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
I'm not. At least she's honest.
So,
I think.
Her feelings were hurt, man. That's why she's doing this. Her feelings were hurt that Myron would say something like that. She feels like her only option in life was to become a stripper to make the money that she wants. And so that hit her in the heart. And so she acted up. She acted up emotionally. This is what she's feeling at this moment. Myron struck her in the heart with what he said. And look at this. Asian doll's like, oh my God, he actually said he actually spoke his mind. He actually is talking, he's actually speaking his mind. Let's say it's a fucking, we don't ever act this way when a woman comes out to a man and says, oh, you're fucking short. You look like a fucking goober. You look like a fucking, the thing off of Willy Wonka. There's nothing wrong with a woman saying that. You can't control the genetics that you were born with. But you can choose your occupation. You can't choose the genetics you're born with, but you can choose your occupation. You chose to be a fucking stripper. You chose this lifestyle. And so guess what? Men have a motherfucking opinion about that shit. We have an opinion about that. We treat you accordingly about that shit. You can change your occupation. You can't change your motherfucking height. Without getting some fucking $10,000, $20,000 surgery or some shit. This is the shit that we're talking about. Women can't see this shit. It's all about them. It's all about them. It's all about them. They can't see this shit. So the women defending Asian doll in this type of situation, this is what they're defending. They're defending a woman who chose her occupation. This woman is emotional. She is emotional right now. Asian Doll cannot believe that people have, that Myron spoke his mind. He actually fucking said it about what men truly think about strippers. What the average man thinks about strippers. The man that has money, and if he wants to make a family, what he thinks about strippers. And it hurt her feelings. It hurt her heart. And look at the women recognizing this shit. They try to uplift her afterwards.
I think it don't matter. I don't think it matters where you come from.
It doesn't
We have the
matter.
same stuff.
I'm from Boca.
Hell yeah.
From Boca?
Boca Raton, baby.
Okay.
Look at that
What
shit.
is it?
Man.
All right.
That's
Who's
Florida,
next? Go
baby.
ahead, Fresh. Well, and we got the calculator up, by the way, as well.
Yep. So we can do chats and then.
So you hear that? You hear that? Myron is talking, and so is she in the background talking to Asian Doll. She is talking to Asian Doll because you can hear it in the mic. You hear it how it's all muddled. It just sounds like a fucking gymnasium during a fucking pep rally right now.
Boca Raton, baby.
Okay.
What is it?
All right.
That's
Who's
Florida,
next? Go ahead,
baby.
Fresh. Well, and we got the calculator up, by the way, as well.
Yep. So we can do chats and then
Like you
calculator.
be with
All
those
right.
people.
See,
no,
see,
it's
see,
just
still
another-
talking,
Yeah,
still
no,
talking, still talking. She was talking for way too long. She could have. Asian Doll asked her, "Where's Boca Raton?" Right? She could have answered it and then just stopped it and nipped it right there. That girl was starstruck, but Asian Doll.
Love feels good.
Guys,
Like, those people you
guys,
don't go out with
sidebar,
alone.
sidebar conversations, please.
All right. What about
I've told you this is like, this is like the 5th time I've told you that, right?
Six time.
Like, stop. For real, like, stop.
He mean as fuck.
And you see this? This is where it starts. This is where it fucking starts at.
I'll just keep it real, man.
No,
Like,
but
you
he's
haven't been here,
cool.
so
I
you
don't
haven't
give a
seen
fuck
it.
about none of that shit.
Yeah, it's the whole show. Come on.
Yeah, she's been
We
doing
got
it the
you,
whole
got you.
show. I'm not mean as fuck. I just have rules. Simple.
All right, go ahead. It's podcast.
Damn.
What I look for in a man
You a
in the
mean
club
ass
that's
nigga.
like approaching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean?
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was
I
happening,
don't
right?
give a fuck.
Okay, then. So how you going to come on somebody's show, not know what'll go down, and say, oh, you're mean?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay,
Just
well, you can get the
fucking
fuck off the show,
freedom of
too.
speech. I don't give a fuck.
Get
Man,
off the show,
chill,
too.
man. Chill out,
Listen,
bro.
don't do my baby like
Nah,
that.
you can go.
No,
Just
Chill,
go.
chill.
No,
She ain't
no,
gotta
you're
go.
not going to come on the platform disrespect.
Nah, chill, bro. She ain't gotta go nowhere.
No, she
chill,
could go.
Chill, bro.
I don't have to.
Chill.
Come on, baby. We don't have to be this mean.
give
We
a
can all
fuck.
be.
At that very moment right there, it would have been 3 people. It would have been 3 people getting carried the fuck out of the fucking show by some big ass motherfucker named fucking Tyrone or fucking Billy or some shit, man. Them Asian Doll would have been carried the fuck out. The dark skinned lady would have been carried the fuck out. And the motherfucker in the fucking microphone in the background, not even on camera. Chill. She ain't gotta go nowhere, man. She ain't gotta. Hold on, where my grills at? Where my grills at? This is what the niggas sound like. Chill. Oh, here it is. Chill, man. She ain't gotta go nowhere, man. She good right here. Man, she ain't gotta go nowhere, bruh. Man, this the closest that I'ma get to a celebrity girl, man. I think she fine in a bit, man. I'm trying to hit, bruh. Keep her here, man. Keep her here, man. I ain't even on the motherfucking show for real. Y'all don't really know who I am, but damn, this the closest I'm finna get to any superstar woman, man. Come on, Myron. Damn, bro, she fine in a bit. Can't you see that, man? Bro, that Queen Vine, fam. That Queen Vine. Get the fuck off this show. Get the fuck off the show, nigga. Don't come back. Don't come back, bro. You supposed to have my motherfucking back. I'm over here making this shit happen, my nigga. And you doing... Get the fuck out this shit, man. Ain't got time for this shit. Nah. Because if some shit went down, I see whose side you would have been on. I see whose side you would have been on. Ain't no forgiving for that shit, man. I don't forget that shit, bro. No. Nope. Not at all, man.
Listen.
Chill out, bro.
And then the dark skin lady, she want to switch her tone up like, oh, come on, baby. No, don't do that. That's a very dishonest woman, man. I would never trust a woman like her ever in my fucking life. If this is the 6th time I done told you to not do some shit, and now you want to respond on a voice like that, she understands that using a little soft voice does things to men. She's done that so many times. She's a finesser. She's a finesser. She the type of woman that if you were to wife her up, she's gonna lie to you, say something to your fucking face, ease you, and this is what's covered in Shahrazad Ali. This is what's covered in Shahrazad Ali. This is a perfect example of a woman that fits the fucking description in that book by Shahrazad Ali, Black Man's Guide to the Black Woman. She will say what needs to be said in the moment to ease the situation, to lower tensions, and then she's gonna do what she wants to do behind the scenes. It's just that in this fact, she did it 6 times. 6 fucking times. If she did it on the podcast, what do you think she's gonna do in real life? What do you think she's gonna do if you actually her husband and you do something or you say something she don't agree with? She gonna do it anyways. She gonna do it behind your back, and then she gonna try to appease it. She gonna act like the shit don't matter. She gonna make you look crazy. She gonna drive you fucking insane, man. Fuck all of that. And the Asian dog, I ain't gotta say nothing else about her, man. She for the streets, bro. She for the streets. We'll let niggas like in the background have her. Or, you know what I say? My white brothers, Asian brothers, Hispanic brothers, if that's your type, come on. Pick them up and clean them up for us, please.
Let's calm
I'm
down.
sorry.
He's hot. I'm calm.
No, I'm
We're good.
I'm very calm, but it's like, bro, you got to show a little bit of respect on the
It
platform.
It's
is
cool,
respect.
bro.
You talking about some other
Chill.
shit. I say you mean. It is what it is. What the fuck you want me to say?
Fighting words, I would have pushed that bitch into the motherfucking windows. You out this bitch. I wouldn't actually did that. But when you say some shit like that, she's saying that because she knowing he can't do shit. This is the type of woman that gets motherfuckers killed, man. This is all speculation until 5-10 years later, you guys. And then by that point, it's too late. Why take the chances? Why fucking take the chances? If you have an opportunity, you're hearing some information you've never heard before in news, you've never heard before, TV shows, movies, you're hearing it on the internet, regardless of the production quality of it. If it sounds interesting, sounds new, sounds like some, damn, I didn't think about that, you should probably take that shit seriously. We have the opportunity, 26, 35. We have the opportunity, men and women, to actually write the type of life we want. We have the tools, the resources, and it is in this RP space. If you actually truly want to learn about it, I'm not charging no courses. I ain't doing none of that. Just have a fucking conversation with your brother, man. Just have a fucking conversation with me, man, and we can do that shit. We can do that shit. But with that being said, man, that's what this is about. Are women just unreasonable, or are men just fucking mean? Are we just mean? Well, if ladies like Mikhaila Peterson, who had a father like fucking Jordan Peterson, come on, how much, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So many women look up to Jordan Peterson. So many women look up to Mikhaila Peterson. So many men look up to Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson is is a rare breed of a traditional conservatist. Like he's an exemplary guy. Women want a man like Jordan Peterson. His own daughter approves of the red pill space. What does that say, you guys and ladies? With that being said, man, I'm out. I hope y'all have a wonderful, safe weekend. I'm drink a little bit more. And I'm actually studying tonight, man. I'm not actually finna go out tonight. I'm finna study. I'm gonna educate myself. I like to learn about different things. That is my timer, man. I am out. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Hope y'all stay safe and continue learning, continue growing, and continue on your businesses and shit like that, man. I don't mind if motherfuckers promote their shit and my shit, bro. I think this is a good space. I want to create a community where men feel comfortable and women even feel comfortable too. But excuse me, we're gonna keep it 100. We're gonna keep it 100, and we ain't gonna hold no bars. We're gonna say what it is. You're gonna hear the uncomfortable truth. You need to be fearless when facing reality. It's your brother. With that being said, man, it's your brother, your senpai, Trey. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. I'm out this motherfucker.
Well, I don't have anything against red pill guys. I think that's the only way to go. It also, like, it makes men more attractive if they're aware of what's going on. So I'm all for that. It's the kind of resentment that can come along with it that I think just breeds into the problem.
Well,
Yeah, in my place. I'ma show a nigga how to rise in a